Hey guys, it's Courtney AKA Travel Teach here today with you to give you some information about comments. So a lot of people talk about the comments, a lot of people talk about the ratings, a lot of people freak out about the comments and freak out about the ratings. Today my video is actually going to be a little bit different though, because I want to talk about my own experience with the comments and the ratings section and how it has affected me as a teacher and me as a person. So up until the end of September, I had only ever received 2 comments which I thought were negative on PalFish. One of them was from a parent who was angry that I skipped one slide with her child. Should we skip slides? No, we shouldn't skip slides. Did I skip a slide? Yes. We were at minute 25. I wasn't finished. The student was going very slowly, and I did have to skip that one slide because I knew from previous experience that it would take more than 1 minute to complete, even if the student was amazingly fast, which she was not. That's okay. I should have paced my lesson better. The second bad comment that I got, the child says the teacher still doesn't like her. Okay, that one hurt a little bit more, right? I had some major behavioral issues with this student because she is not supported by her parents. So that's one of the main things I want to talk to you today about, is the support from the parents when you are not feeling supported, and what can you do? How can you deal with that situation? Right? So this girl is a lovely girl, but she's just a little bit distracted. And as a pre-K student, it's really difficult, as you probably know if you have ever taught pre-K aged kids, that it can be difficult to get their attention. So these were the only 2 comments that I ever felt were really hurtful to me. However, at the end of September, I actually went to visit the PalFish office, and the night before I went to visit the office, I had to deal with a very lengthy and very well-written in English comment from a parent that really hurt me hard. So, what was my experience with this student before? Well, actually, this student is a student that I sold the package to and who I have mostly taught all of his lessons. I haven't taught all of them, but I have taught most of them. So this student was pretty okay at the beginning. We were having an okay time, no big deal. Then he kind of dipped down, and I noticed the dip happened whenever the parent wasn't there to support. The mother was normally always there to support, happy to talk to me, happy to try to communicate with me. She wasn't quite, fluent in English, but she really tried. I tried too. We're trying to make the experience good for the son. So over the summer, they actually started to have lessons outside, which, it's not my favorite thing in the world, but it does happen. But the most interesting part about this was that this student was able to concentrate more in the outside environment. I don't know why that was, because, I'm not there on the other side of the screen, but he was able to concentrate and focus on the lessons and felt more motivated when he was doing the lessons outside. That's great. Good. He's making progress. He's becoming more independent in the classes. But the major problem for me is that I guess from that feedback that I gave the parents, they thought, okay, he can complete the classes independently. And when he went back home, tried the classes at home again without a parent there, with maybe just grandma who can't really help him very much, can't guide him in the lessons like he needs, then we had a lot of problems. So I didn't deal with the situation in the most professional way. Over time, as you can imagine, I became more and more frustrated by the situation. And in the last lesson, I wasn't the best teacher I could be with the student. I know that, PalFish knows that, the parents, of course, know that. And the parents were quick to point that out. It's very interesting. In China, I talked about this situation with some other parents that I have that I met face to face. And what did these parents say about the situation? They said, okay, this is a really bad comment. This dad can speak English very well and can write English very professionally. But The main takeaway that I got from those parents is that I shouldn't let myself be so upset by this or be so angry by this or feel like, oh my God, my PalFish career is over now just because of this one comment, because the parents said in China, there is a silent majority. If people are happy, if people are satisfied, maybe they're not going to rate your lessons. Maybe they're not going to leave you a comment. That can be a good thing for you. The second thing they said outside of the silent majority was that one comment or any negative, real comments that you get from parents about your performance in class can make you seem more real to the parents who do read the comments. Okay, so in China, I can tell you, like on Taobao and on Jingdong, JD, I just call it JD. Anyway, on these two sites, these are two sites similar to Amazon and eBay, kind of, that are for online shopping. So on these sites, a lot of Chinese people utilize these sites and order from them from time to time, or maybe all the time. I'm one of those all the time people. So in this site, when a person is looking for the real product, not a fake product, they're not looking for the product that has the most or the highest reviews. Maybe if all the comments are positive, then they would say, oh, no way, I can't order from that one. So, of course, we are teachers, we are real people. Yes, we are not products available on the internet. But my point here is, if you get a bad comment, don't let it get to you, because it can have some positive effects in that maybe a parent will read that and realize, oh, this is a real person. She has good days. She has bad days. She has busy days. She has free days, right? We are real people. So don't let it get to you that hard. So coming from the PalFish side, the advice that I was given, first of all, don't be angry. I don't think that's great advice. Why? Because I don't like that word don't in front of things. I would rather hear be positive, be reactive, be energetic, not don't be angry, don't feel angry, because it's normal. It's a normal human reaction to feel angry when somebody says something about your work, especially something that you take a lot of pride in, that you shouldn't feel angry. Yeah, I did feel angry, but maybe here the thing is, be calm. Don't react immediately. Don't take your drama to the groups. Don't take your drama outside of PalFish. Talk to admins. The admins will help you. The admins can understand more about the situation perhaps than you did, because when you're reading that comment there, it's likely that they already know what's going on. Maybe they've already watched that class of your bad comment. Okay? Be calm, be contemplative, be mindful. Be mindful in your lessons. Think about how every single action and every single word that you say can affect you as a teacher, can affect the student as the student, and can affect PalFish and PalFish's reputation. This is something I feel apologetic about, because I think that I didn't think about the third thing, about how it can affect PalFish and PalFish's reputation to potential parents. So, how can we deal with those students? Well, there are lots of classroom management, lots of behavioral management skills that you can get. But the advice that I was given from PalFish, I think, is very meaningful. When you cannot get the student to do anything, try everything. Change maybe your teaching method, your teaching style. Try something new. Be creative in how you are approaching the situation. Don't approach it from, I said do this, do this, do this, you're not doing this, okay, I'm done. This is not the way to approach it. Try to use different props. Try to use TPR. Try to use a different approach, like changing your voice, maybe hiding yourself on the camera. Okay, try something new with that student. And give the student adequate time to reply. This is something that I think is a very simple thing to manage, but when you're actually really in the classroom trying to do this, it can be really difficult because, you are trying to teach those slides in that 25 minutes, and that's really difficult in itself, much less if you have a student who's just shaking their head or saying, I don't know, etc. My last piece of advice here is talk to admins when you have this problem. I think I'm the kind of person who wants to solve these situations by myself, and this was really a situation where I needed the admins to help me more than what I asked for. Okay, so moral of the story, if you get a bad comment, it's not the end of the world. Don't freak out. Be calm. And as a good friend and PalFish teacher told me recently, breathe. Remember to breathe. Okay, guys, thanks for listening. Comment. Don't leave me a bad comment, please. But comment. Ask your questions. I'm happy to talk more about the situation and happy to discuss and hear your situations from you when you've received bad comments. So if you have any other advice, also feel free to comment with that. Okay? Thanks for listening. Remember, like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.